How you doing? It's Jeff Zimpfer. Welcome to a long overdue episode of Loan Officer Marketing TV. Hey, I'm glad you're here, and I'm back. It's been a while, and hey, if you missed me, my apologies. I've missed you too. And basically, it's been probably, a couple of weeks since I've done a video post, and part of the reason is hey, it's summertime, and we're all busy with different activities at summer, kids, vacation, all that stuff. But the other reason too is I've really been trying to do a lot of soul searching over the last couple of weeks or so, or actually even longer than that. And I've had some personal issues that I've recently gone through, so that really took me out of the game for a while. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you, where something that just completely takes you off the playing field for a while. And if you have been there, I sympathize with you, and I've been there as well. But what this episode is about this week is I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance, and I'm back with some exciting new changes and news for you that's important and valuable to you as a follower of Loan Officer Marketing TV. First of all, I want to say that one of the things I've discovered is that what I'm trying to do here for my fellow mortgage professionals is I'm trying to grow the presence of this blog online, Loan Officer Marketing TV. We have a couple hundred followers at this point, and I want to grow that to, obviously into thousands of followers. And to do that, I need your help. To do that, the only way I can ask for your help is to give way more value than is ever asked for in return. The only way I can do that is to make this place, create something here that's extremely special and valuable, so much so that not only do you want to come back on a regular basis, but you want to tell everybody else about it, your fellow colleagues and things like that. Why would you do that? Because the information that you're going to learn here from this point on moving forward is going to be so impactful to your business and your life. And that is my goal, and that's what today is all about. First way I'm going to do that is this. You may or may not know that throughout the past few years, I've done something called the Loan Officer Hot Seats. And what that is every month I interview a top producer from somewhere in the country who's doing something really special in today's market. Yes, granted, they can be somebody who's achieving lots of production or lots of units, but also sometimes it's just somebody who's taking everyday tasks but doing them in an extraordinary way. And then every once in a while I interview a guest speaker, author, somebody like that, somebody that's well known. Well, up until now, we've had a whole membership around that called the Originator Hot Seat series, and we would send an audio CD and a newsletter and all this other kind of cool stuff to you in the mail every single month, and it was great because you got a physical CD in the mail and all that stuff. And I believe that you should be listening to CDs in your car. But the point is this: is that back to the point of driving more value to you, creating a place, creating a destination online for LOTV. Is we're now going to be doing those hot seat interviews and giving them away for free every single month, making them part of the content that we provide on here, in addition to all kinds of other cool stuff we have coming. Now you can count on at least every month, and more often than that, an interview with a top producing loan officer or a subject matter expert, well-known best-selling author, something like that, speaker, coach, but making those now available to you for free as part of the content. And the hopes of doing that, and the exchange for that value, I hope, is that you come back more often, is that you share what you like about what you heard through those interviews on Facebook, through likes, through comments, through different postings and things like that, and you invite others to join and subscribe to be kept updated of future episodes of Loan Officer Marketing TV. So with that, on this blog, with this post below, you should find a link to one of the most recent hot seat interview that we've released with a guy named Craig Sewing out of San Diego, California. Some of you may have heard him before, but Craig's doing some amazing things in terms of partnering with realtors, and he's putting on events that gets lots of butts in the seats, but he has a 100% referral business, so he never wonders where his next loan is coming from. So that one's coming just right now, today, and over the next several days here as we go into next week in early September, I'm just going to start posting new ones because I have a library, a backlog of these that I think you'll find very, very valuable. So you'll be able to listen to them on your computer, download them, save whatever you want to do, right? And eventually we'll probably push these into iTunes as well. So the Loan Officer Hot Seat podcast, if you will, coming to you starting today, right now. Hope you like that. If so, let me know what you think of that as a strategy for building our online presence here with Loan Officer Marketing TV. All right, secondly got to give you a valuable marketing lesson here today, a tidbit. You may or may not know that I spent just about 2 years working at a company called Infusionsoft. Now, Infusionsoft, for many of you who don't know, is the leading small business CRM, marketing automation, email marketing, e-commerce platform for small businesses today. And during my tenure there, I got to work with a lot of, some of the most well-known marketers that are around today. Some of these people that you follow. I mean, the list of customers that Infusionsoft has ranges from Tony Robbins, Dan Kennedy, Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul, Frank Kern. The list goes on and on and on. All the top internet marketers, all the top, marketers out there who are doing direct response type marketing are using Infusionsoft in most of the cases. And I had the great privilege of not only speaking at some of their events, Brian Tracy, for example. If I had a list, you'd be wowed at how many people are on that list. David Baaaaacck, who's the author of The Automatic Millionaire, has been on NBC, Today Show, all that kind of stuff, has sold millions of books. He was a national speaker for Wells Fargo. So one of the things I got access to there was really a behind-the-scenes look at what these experts, if you will, at creating a brand, at creating a presence, and creating something that just takes on a life of its own and builds some incredible momentum and critical mass, how they created that and what are the steps and processes they went through. I want to take you through that. And I want to take you through one of the things that we used to teach at Infusionsoft when we'd have a room full of 500 or 1,000 small business owners, because that's just what you and I are. You as a mortgage professional are a small business owner, right? So over the next about 7 episodes, I'm going to take you through something that we called the perfect customer life cycle. I'm not sure if you can see this here. There's some chicken scratch on it, I know, but it's called the perfect customer life cycle, and I'm going to customize it for us specifically for a mortgage. But what the whole idea of this is that there's a process, right? There's a process to move from one end of the funnel to the other. To take somebody who's just a prospect, who's either a referral or a cold lead, and to take them through from that point to having enough faith and trust and confidence in you to give you their business, whether that's a customer or whether that's a referral partner. There is a process that must happen for that to occur. Whether this occurs online or whether this occurs face-to-face, whatever it is a process. And I'm going to take you through that process. And today, the first step in that process, and because I don't have my whiteboard here, I've decided to print out a larger copy of this. Let's see if you can see this. It's called, say it with me, it's called Attract Traffic. And I'm going to put up the graphical images with this on the post so you have it with you. But anyway, the bottom line is this, is when you think about you're trying to attract consumers, right? Whether you're doing online stuff or you're doing some local stuff in your community, events and seminars, you're trying to attract referral partners, you're trying to break into closed offices, you're trying to simply build your base of source of potential customers, right? The very first step in that process, in having that perfect customer life cycle, is you've got to have what we call an attractive lead magnet. A lead magnet. Well, what is a lead magnet? Well, that's something that would attract people to your website, attract people to your blog. That's something that would create an attraction for people to be willing to have a phone conversation with you, for people to be willing to sit down with you and learn more about what you can do for them in obtaining a mortgage, or what you can do for them in handling their clients in the case of a realtor referral. So a lead magnet has to be something that stands out and captures the attention of somebody that is a potential candidate for what you offer. So in the case of home buyers, obviously, right? Now you've heard this before, but the question is, there's a difference between knowing what you know and doing what you know. Are you doing what you know? And if you don't know this, hey, that's why I'm here, right? You've got to ask yourself, so in your process of attracting customers and referrals and leads and things like that, what's going to attract somebody to you versus somebody else in your same neighborhood, same town, same office? What is your lead magnet? Think about what people, and this is based on different categories and segments, but a home buyer, right? They're going to have certain needs, interests, and wants and questions, and probably some uncertainties and doubts about the home buying process, qualifying for a loan, and all. And you guys, all this. The question is are you providing a means for them to get an answer to that, to fulfill their curiosity, to satisfy the gap that's occurring in their search, in their process. And you can do this a number of ways in the case of a home buyer, right? Through your blog, through your website, as you can provide relevant information that they can use to help educate themselves. You can do it through the way of blog posts. You can do it through the way of ebooks and free reports and things like that. Putting people on a short-term educational email system. Somebody opts in at your site, or somebody's you contact somebody, they're interested in more information, but they're just kind of at the start of the funnel. They're not really ready to execute yet. Well, how about you put them on a 7-message email series that basically drips on them information about how to become better qualified, how to become more knowledgeable about a home buyer, what to look out for, the don'ts, the gotchas, and all that stuff. A thing that really adds value. That's the thing. Is it helping to solve a problem? And the same is true for your referral partners, your realtors, right? Realtors, they're looking for a bunch of information as well. And you've heard this from me before on this blog here, where they're looking for business building information that can help them be more effective in their job, help them reach their goals, help them navigate these new waters of marketing in the digital age, in social media and things like that. Bottom line, a lead magnet, right, is something that attracts somebody to you to help them overcome a challenge or a problem. Help people discover and overcome their problems and challenges by providing lead magnets, and you're going to be way ahead of your competition. You're going to be far down that road, and you're going to be doing an excellent job of laying the groundwork for the other steps in this process in terms of building trust and credibility, which is a big issue for people today, especially in this industry, in building that trust and credibility. So think about that. What are your lead magnets? What do you do to capture people's attention and to help them through the content you have, through the conversations you have, through your the top end of your funnel, your process? What do you do to help those people, and what lead magnets do you provide so that they are attracted to work with you versus anybody else? I'd like to hear your comments below, and any comments you have in general. If you listen to the hot seats, there's others on here under hot seats on the tab. Leave a comment. Let me know. Share it on Facebook. Like it on Facebook. Help me to help you. To quote a Jerry Maguire line from the film, I'm going to come back and provide continued and more and better value for you, as I've described earlier. I only ask in return, if you find value in it, take a second, click like, click a share, leave a comment. Just want to know that what we're doing here is making a difference for you. So, hope you liked today's lesson, and stay tuned for the next one, because today we talked real briefly about attracting traffic. The next one we're going to talk about is, once you've attracted that traffic, how to capture those leads and what to do with them once you've got them interested in your lead magnet. So that'll be on the next episode of Loan Officer Marketing TV. For now, Jeff Zimfer, hope you enjoyed it. Make it a great day. Bye for now.